Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of Coffee Talk. My name is Mariah Kindle, and I'm the Executive Witch at Liminal Magic Events. And today's discussion is with Flora Ware. She is our Dream Igniter and Sacred Leadership Mentor and Ceremonial Priestess. Flora will be leading us in a opening ceremony and teaching a class at the Witches Education Conference coming up in Seattle on Beltane weekend, May 2nd and 3rd, 2020. So today we've brought in Flora to talk to us a little bit about what she'll be teaching and why she decided to join us at this conference. So thank you for joining us, Flora, today.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So let's get into our first question here. Let me pull those up for us. And so, Flora, tell us a little bit about you and your tradition and how long you've been practicing in your tradition.
Sure. Well, really, as I think, well, I'm sure you can relate. I feel that I was born this way. I was born a witch, and really, I was blessed to have the kind of parents and upbringing that didn't really squash that out of me. And so my connection to nature, I mean, my parents did name me Flora, was always very strong. And it was when I was 14 that a number of things happened, books coming into my life, older wise women coming into my life, and different things that I suddenly in that time really remembered that I was a witch and what that meant, right? Like I'm talking suddenly being gifted the Spiral Dance by Starhawk, and some wonderful documentaries were put out at that time, The Burning Times and The Goddess Remembered. And this is the early 90s, right? So this is pre-internet. So we had, we had different ways of connecting and sharing information and all of that. So I've been practicing as a witch since that time, 1993, thereabouts. Divination has been a tool and a skill that I've used since that time, particularly with the runes is one of my favorites, and different oracle cards. And also for me, it was really a lifestyle really based in the wheel of the year, being attuned to the seasons, being attuned to the lunar cycles, and also a philosophy and a way of looking at our planet as being alive and as being the body of the goddess, and having a sense of there even existing a feminine divine, right? So that's my background, and I carried along my merry way with my life, being an artist, a performing artist, a singer and dancer and actor. And so then, but it was at least 10 years ago now that, again, some big initiations in my life and things happening that it really snapped into focus that I wasn't really walking the talk, to use that expression. That sure, I said that I was, a pagan, a witch. I led moon circles, and I went to moon circles and all those kinds of things. But I really realized that I wasn't living in full integrity with all of that. And so that really began my journey of being more intentional, more focused. And in fact, I began to gather more information as well, really studying. And for the last 4 years, I've been apprenticing more officially with through the 13 Moon Mystery School lineage, which is an Avalonian lineage of priestess training. And that's what's brought me to today. And I like to say that I was born a witch, but it took me 20 years to become a priestess.
I can definitely relate to that. So earlier you mentioned that the pre-internet.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that I've noticed in recent years is there's been an incredible upsurge in men and women who are teaching spirituality, teaching witchcraft, teaching occult and pagan traditions online. And while I love that, one of the things I miss is bringing people together in person so that we can make these personal connections. So, why do you think it's important to gather people from different traditions to learn from one another?
Oh yeah, there's no comparison, really, is there, right? Um, and I actually feel pretty confident that I can lead a really amazing ceremony through Zoom. Like I do, and we can have incredible experiences. And the more practiced and adept that we are with our own energy, we can experience shifts. We can have an amazing time. We can make magic online. However, there is no comparison. There's no replacement to the in-person gathering. The energy is just, 100-fold. The magic that we can make, um, and I feel that the transformations, the shifts, the alchemy that we experience when we're in person is, it really, I keep on saying it, but there's just no comparison. And that's in fact one of the reasons why last year in 2019, I began again to lead monthly circles in person in my little community, because as much as I love and I feel so fortunate and blessed to be leading a sacred business online and having international clients, I needed that in-person connection as well. And so I just so honor and am excited. And when you first shared your vision with me, that's why I was like completely on board. And I was like, where do I apply? Because I'm really a big supporter of us getting away from our computer screens and having real FaceTime.
Yes, absolutely. And one of the things I really am enjoying about the collection of speakers that we have is the diversity in the background of traditions. It's just been an incredible adventure to get to know every one of you. And I'm excited to share this with a large audience of people. So with that, what classes, or tell us a little bit more about what you're doing at the event. What classes are you teaching? Anything else fun and special you might be doing at this event?
Yes, well, like you mentioned, I'll be part of the opening ceremony, which is I'm really excited about. How we begin an event, like with a collective ceremony and intention is just, that sets the stage. So I'm really honored to be part of that. And the workshop, the class that I'm leading, I've called "Awaken the Goddess Within." And that's also the name of my, free Facebook group. And it's a phrase that, that really came to me in 2016 as what this work was all about for me, in supporting particularly women. But I'm really happy that this class will be open to any gender, but in particular for women to awaken their own understanding of their divine feminine nature. And so in Awaken the Goddess Within, we're going to be really talking about 4 primary feminine archetypes that we can work with. And there's many more. I'm going to focus on 4, because archetypes for me are such a passion of mine. And they're really a way, they're a portal for us to access and have a direct experience of divine energy. And so this will be a chance for us to not just have a discussion about archetypes, but to have, like I said, a direct experience. We're going to do some deity embodiment practices so that you really get to to feel what what that is like. It's really going to be an exploration, and we're going to talk about the light and shadow aspects, and what archetypal work is about. And so, like I said, it's open to all genders, but these archetypes will be focusing on divine feminine archetypes.
I'm going to let the audience in on a little secret, that I've actually taken some of your courses and have had incredible experiences with this work. Like, I literally have goosebumps right now thinking about the time we spent together. So I'm really excited that you'll be able to share this with a large group, and get that experience out there. So,
yay.
What are you looking forward to at this event as a speaker or even a participant of the event?
Yeah, I mean, I think in some ways I am. I mean, it feels funny to say it, but I'm looking more forward to it as being a participant, to really be, again, yeah, meeting people, connecting with everyone that's going to have a different lineage, a different background, and like that sharing of ideas and magic and passions, and yeah, being in that same sacred space together where we feel safe to fully show up and share who we are and what we believe and what our practices are, and learning from each other. And I just, yeah, I'm all about being a lifelong student, and I just love connecting. And yes, you and I have been, friends, client, mentor, all of that, but we've never met in person yet. So even that, right? Like, I'm going to get to hug you for real. That's what I'm really excited about, because my own experiences from retreats or different events that I've gone, they're life changing. They really are.
That is the goal for this this education event, to bring together these traditions and these ideas, and network and hug and laugh and dance and sing and enjoy our time together. One of the things that I'm looking forward to is getting all of these speakers together in front of an audience and give the audience an opportunity to explore different avenues and to explore different traditions. Part of the purpose of this is that you and I both have a curated path, right? We've collected bits of knowledge over time. And part of this is to add to the bag of, dare I say, bag of tricks that we've already curated.
Yeah.
So that's one of the most exciting things for me as well. Thank you, Flora, so very much for sharing with us today. Completely appreciate you being here, and we will stay in touch over the course of the next few months.
And I can't wait to meet all of you there in Seattle.
It's going to be fantastic. So thank you, Flora. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to go ahead and close out this segment, and I will see you very, very soon.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.